This is the last movie on this channel about the Ripple South Carolina lawsuit settlement. In fact, today's movie wouldn't be about Ripple and the SCC lawsuit, which is over as of today. Instead, we'd take a different tack and talk about the price of $102.47, which has been covered by several analysts and is set to happen on September 1st, the last day of this month. We are going to do a deep dive, but first we need to wrap up the Ripple SEC case in our own words and explain why the settlement never happened. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission and Ripple have been in settlement talks for a long time, and it's been made clear that the SEC was desperate for progress. They hold a lot of closed-door meetings to talk about instituting and settling injunctive actions, instituting and settling administrative proceedings, resolving and litigating claims, and other things that are related to examination and enforcement proceedings. But everything didn't work out. Ripple turned down every single summons that was sent to them and ended up winning the whole case. This was very important because it happened at a time when the Bank of USA, JP Morgan, the BlackRock institution, and many other financial banks and institutions had decided to switch to using the XRP launcher and the Ripple Nut system, but they needed legal clarity before they could do so. And this lawyer who has talked about the Europe LCC case in public says it's over. Thanks for sharing your story about the SEC vs. Ripple case. The $125 million fine in a general restraining order is definitely a big win for Ripple. Have a great day. Things get interesting now because this is exactly what will drive SEPI's price up to $112.47 in the short term and possibly even higher in the long term. The US has now given institutions and banks the go-ahead to accept XRP as payment. Financial companies like JP Morgan, BlackRock, and Bank of USA have all chosen to jump on because this green light was so big. Before we talk about this video and the huge price and where it will happen, as well as when XRP will be $102, which it will be, we need to talk about the huge XRP giveaway. This is something that has been confirmed, and I'll show you additional analysts who back up this exact number. Before we start, I want to remind you to type the price of the unit and the like button. Right now, the price of XRP is about 0.61, which isn't too bad since most of the market is down today. However, there is one token on the XRP system that is also very important to both XRP and XRPL. It is called the XRP token, and it is currently worth 96 cents and is up a huge 10%. Just in the last few minutes, we talked about a breakout pattern, and it just so happens that we've been hitting the charts on the dot here. As you can see, Nostrum is up 7.32% on the Pollinger chain and a huge 12% on the XFP ledger. Now that we've said all that, let's watch the movie. Here, though, Swift would use a store and forward method for most of its payment transactions. This is because you need service-level agreements to say that I will do something at a certain time and that payment will arrive at a certain time the next day. Today, we're going to look at the new network styles which let the funds move instantly and be seen by everyone. It wouldn't happen that banks have to tell you again, please have my funds arrive. It's been 3 days I need to find a query message that is going around the network. That's not what it is. I don't think Ripple will take the place of Swift. One of the networks that works with others is Ripple. Institutions that need real-time will be able to use it. I think we can also see that Swift is changing how their network works, which will make real-time possible as well. But Ripple could also show up. That was the CEO of MasterCard saying that RippleMet and Ripple Labs are going to quickly beat out Compete. It also means that the money will be sent straight to the XRP ledger. As an example, a story that came out just yesterday is called Ripple CEO Confirms. It's important to understand this because this is not just this article double into one, but actually our Max, who is one of the world's biggest crypto companies, went public and said that he thinks the XRP ledger will be worth between $30 and $50 trillion. The really cool thing about this is that the $30 to $50 trillion that will go into the XRP ledger will come from institutions, mainly central banks. These include the Bank of USA, the Bank of JP Morgan or JP Morgan Chase, the Republic of Palau, and other central banks that have decided to partner with Dribble. There are a lot of them. We've already seen a huge partnership proposal, and the US Federal Reserve is trying to work with Ripple. Ripple and the Federal Reserve just recently said they would be spending $10 million to turn government bonds into tokens. This number comes from all the big companies. In fact, this story by Sadego also says that the Bank of the United States will use XRP after the lawsuit against Ripple. It's also important to note that the digital list of tourists just recently made it public that the Ripple case is over, with Ripple coming out on top. The exit regions were not seen as a security risk, as the Bank of America had already said they not only backed Ripple and praised their innovative solution and the way it could change the global financial industry, but they also backed them because of how it affected cross-border transactions and their dedication to innovation. In a different report, Bank of America talks about Ripple's role in the Asia-Pacific payment sector, They also talk about how important blockchain technology is for digitizing trade documents and how it can be used to send money across borders. However, and this is really cool, Bank of America made it clear that they would work with Ripple once the Ripple C case was over. And that's exactly what happened after the lawsuit was over and XRP was ruled not to be a security. Even better is that JP Morgan has decided to accept XRP as payment for mortgages and credit cards. It's now possible for something that many people, including me, thought was impossible. In fact, this is what it shows. JP Morgan Chase says it will not accept XRP for credit card and mortgage transactions. This is a big deal for the cryptocurrency world. Customers can now pay for things with XRP and get cash back through XRP CTF tokens. As you might expect, it makes sure that customers who pay with a method other than participating retailers can earn CTF tokens as rewards. Due to the limited number of positive tokens and the expected high demand, these tokens can be used to buy things or sold for cash. Some people think that the CTF coins could go from being worth 72 cents to being worth an amazing $498. Then it talks about FCF and Pay in more depth. Pay is a third party that will help JP Morgan use technology, but now comes the really cool part. JP Morgan will now not only take your XRP as payment, but they have also set up an XRP ledger system that lets you get cash back on the deal using the crypto trading fund. I learned a lot about what the crypto trade fund is, and this is what I found. The crypto trading fund is the first XRP ledger and blockchain-based system for passive income awards. Besides that, you also get CTF tokens as a prize, which are going to be pumped to the moon. I'm not joking when I say that your CTF coins, which are worth only 96 cents on the Polygon chain right now, could be worth thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars in the end. Actually, that doesn't explain why I think the XRP ledger will support $30 to $50 trillion and why CTF is the only prize system and event of an XRP ledger. It will be what makes that possible. And for that to take place, the money would have to go through the XRP ledger and then out of the XRP ledger again. This would make the price of CTF go up a lot. But let's just look at a small part, say 40 billion. Forget about 30 of the trillion that the XRP record is going to enter because only 40 billion actually goes into CTF. That alone would make the CTF coin worth more than $1,400. Just think about it, guys. It's all because there are so few CTIF tokens available. There are only about 120 million of them, so a supply shock could happen very quickly. This would cause the price of the CTIF token to go up by a huge amount. This doesn't take into account the fact that it will get some kind of dangers, which means that more people will be looking at it and that they'll add a lot of other really cool features. These are all included in the 40 to 50 trillion that will be sold, and the 40 billion market cap that we say it will take is just a small amount of help. Of course, let's check this for approval too, because this is really cool. In fact, the charts show that this feature keeps breaking higher highs and higher lows, which means it is getting ready for a big breakout. There are also very low levels of resistance and very high levels of support. This is great to see and exactly what you want to see when you're looking at possibility. Of course, I'm taking advantage of this and have been slowly buying in by dollar cost averaging. This means that every day or every week, I set aside a couple $100 to buy more crypto. This includes XRP, XLM, CTF, and a few other tokens that I truly believe are going to do 10,000, 20,000, 20,000, or even 30,000x this upcoming board. I'm keeping a very close eye on it because it's so new, so the earlier I get in, the better it is for me. But once more, I'll put a link to stifftoken.com in the description below so you can find out more about their system. Besides that, I've always said that I'm not a financial advisor and that this is not financial advice, he's just doing research. This is a great thing to look into for your own study since I'm not a financial advisor. I'm going to end the video now. I hope you all had fun. Do not forget to click like, subscribe, watch the post locations, and share this video. Thanks to everyone who watched. Peace and see you next time.